What's good with you, man? Shout out to all y'all, everybody out there looking. Much love. YouTube been messing with me. Hey, but this Vulture Hyena Chief right here, check it out. He talking about how all these sports are stole from the United States, right? And they are. Check it out. I'm gonna leave the description in the box.
Hockey. Ice hockey is a contact team sport played on ice, usually in a rink, in which teams of skaters use their sticks to shoot a vulcanized rubber puck into their opponent's net to score their goals. Various museums offer evidence that the form of the game was played by the Romans and Greeks as well as by the Aztecs. You hear that? By the Aztecs several centuries before Columbus arrived in the New World. The modern game of
Now keep that in mind, the Aztecs, right?
hockey emerged in England in the mid-18th century and is largely attributed with the growth of public schools such as Eton. Now check this out. It says various museums offer evidence that the form of the game was played by the Romans and Greeks, as well as by the Aztecs, several centuries before Columbus arrived in the New World. So see, the Romans and the Greeks came here in the New World. Next. Alright, check this out. I'm only dealing with the Americas and our version. Check this out. Hockey has been debated by hockey historians for years, while the evolution of hockey into the game as we know it today probably has its variety of influences. Many tribes throughout North America played a version of the field hockey which involves some type of puck or ball along with a curved wooden stick. Ice hockey was first observed by Europeans. You hear that? By Europeans being played by Mimic Indians in Nova Scotia in the late 1600s. It was called ricket by those natives. The puck was used by frozen apples. The puck was
He said mimic Indians, right?
used as a frozen apple. Check this out. Eventually, pucks were carved from cherry wood, which was the puck of preference until the late century when the rubber was imported by Euro-Americans replaced by wood. That's a lie. We had rubber all throughout here. See? It said in the fucking late century when rubber was imported by Euro-Americans replaced the wood. That don't make no sense. The first native NHL was Fred Sassamoose, who played from the Chicago Blackhawks. Although his career in the NHL was short, his contribution was second to none. Now what?
Now why you stole the whole sport from some folks, right? Stole the whole sport, right? Put a price tag on everything, even something that was supposed to be just fun. You know what I mean?
What's this? See, I'm a sports fan. Now, this how they got caught up in some shit right here, family. Pete. Black Hawk. Black Hawk was born Makitami Shikia Kiak, 1767, October 3rd, 1838. Was a band leader of the warrior of the South American tribe, see, in what is now the Midwestern United States. Although he had inherited an important historic sacred bundle from his father, he was not hereditary civil chief. Black Hawk.
So they playing hockey in the Midwest. All right, check this out. See, a whole bunch of this stuff been hijacked real bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this sport right here. Check this out. Naismith invented the game of basketball and wrote the 13 original rules of the sport. For comparison, the NBA rule book featured 66 pages. The Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts, named in his honor, because he created this game, they say, right? And he was an inaugural inductee in 1955. Now, it's nothing but another knockoff. I'll leave the link for Heine Chief, you know. He showed you how they didn't, you know, they knocked off hockey, a sport that you don't even see us in. They keep us away from it, you know. Where you think golf come from? Just think of it. Just think for a little while. I ain't even gonna go into golf, but just think about it. Golf, open land. Who had all that open land? So this dude right here, Naismith, he invented basketball. That rubber ball. Think about it. Who dominates that rubber ball? Who always got a part of that game? Who always the number one pick in that game? Where's a rubber ball? Of course, you already know. You already know. The Jamaicans, they out there kicking that ball. You know, the people out there in the islands and everything. Africans, they kicking the ball. In America, we dribble. We like to dribble over here, but check this out. It ain't no way you ain't gonna tell me that this ain't our game. That these people right here act like they play. They might have been there and playing, you know, of course. But come on. The rubber ball game, man. Rubber ball. The rubber ball. That's a basketball hoop turned sideways right there. Come on, man. They say they played the game for that ball game that the Mayans played. It was for war, to get in preparation for war. So the ball was 6 pounds, and you could only use your knees in certain parts, you know. I would imagine your elbows, because I would imagine that ball represents a person's head. 6 pounds. You know, that's what I would think anyway. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I ain't. If that's a preparation for war game. But that's our game, fellas. You ain't telling me this ain't our shit right here. And the reason I do this is try to bring people back to the land. I want everybody to stop thinking that you came from somewhere else, man. No. You scattered amongst your own land. You're a prisoner of war, man. They took you other places. You know what I'm saying? You might have went one place, they took you somewhere. It's just a reality, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen.